Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for the crypto neo news, education, opportunities, and macro updates. My name is Lucas.
And my name is Ryan.
And we've got some crypto neo. Now, of course, this is near and dear to our heart. We're going to talk about a blockchain project that we have been staying at the forefront for quite some time, from pretty much, well, I said the beginning, but near the beginning of its transition to the IBC for sure. Although a secret network has been around for a while, and it's because we like to cover innovation and look for those blockchain projects that are adding value and not just forking and copy cutting, pasting other innovations. And here, when you look at blockchain and crypto, why is why is privacy important? What is unique about this?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the pink elephant in the room, in the sense that privacy was embedded in the paper dollar fiat money system that we're looking to blockchain to kind of replace or to at least augment. And there's a lot of inefficiencies in that system, but one of them was not a lack of privacy. I mean, you can take you folded up bills and go purchase whatever you want more or less anonymously. And the Bitcoin Ethereum blockchain revolution, while notable in it bringing code as law and programmability and 24-hour markets and like all these innovations, fixed supply, like a mathematical algorithmically determined inflation rate. So like all these things are improvements, but one of the things that didn't get improved upon was the idea of privacy, right? That was almost left by the wayside. And if anything, transparency and seeing everything on an open ledger, that became the ethos, and privacy was kind of forgotten about. And there's one or two projects here and there. Monero, is notable, but there was always things that were missing about those. And of course, even when it got it right, they didn't build a smart contract functionality. So what makes secret networks so innovative and so interesting is that it has both smart contracts and a privacy layer. So you can have the best of both worlds. And if you're building, a DEX or an AMM, or you're launching an NFT project or whatever, there's things you can do with privacy that you just can't do without. And like, miner extracted value is huge, like on AMMs and DEXs, that's a big deal. There's a lot of money that gets lost every day to miners front running or sandwiching trades. And building your DEX or your AMM on secret makes it where that's not a problem. So that's just a single example. We're going to go into more utility and more applications and use cases as we go. But that's the essence of it, is that privacy makes possible things that you just can't do otherwise, and that solve real problems.
Secret DeFi, secret NFTs, start building. You said it perfectly. And the reality is that all the other blockchains, so Ethereum, Avalanche, or even Polygon, they all are still public blockchains. So that means that if there's an NFT, that whatever data is on that NFT, whatever image is on that NFT, it can be seen that the address, the public address, and the NFT can be seen by anyone. So if it's
Yes.
any data, any financial information, any that you'd like to keep private or sensitive, you would not be able to use these blockchains, these services, no matter how decentralized and secure and scalable and fast, because of that lack of privacy. You actually, it makes a lot of applications just not usable. And with privacy now, with embedded private metadata, like you can do with secret NFTs that you can't do and on other networks, or like you said, minor extracted value. Now, if you get into DeFi or transacting, exchanges like that, well, there's not an order book. There's not a bunch of information that people can see on a public ledger and take advantage of that. And now you've prevented billions of dollars in exploit, minor extracted value. Or
Right.
so this is just the beginning. But what's really neat, and another point to make about this, is they've been around for a long time. There's been a lot of development with the intention of bringing privacy to blockchain and crypto. They've been connected to the IBC, and we talk about the IBC a lot. And shucks, with all the bugs and exploits and hacks that have happened over the years with bridges and how fragile it is trying to connect one community to another, what's so special about the IBC? You know,
Well, yeah, let's talk about that specifically.
the
So the
secret
IBC,
network.
yeah, that the secret network was a part of. This is a ecosystem of blockchains that are based on the same programming language, the same Tendermint SDK language. They are basically, what this means is that they can be swapped between each other directly without having, they are interoperable. So you can take secret and you can deposit it on osmosis, or you can take osmosis, you can bring these things across cross chain essentially. And there's even secret atom on secret network, right? So there's, the idea here is that all of these projects can be brought into communication with each other without having to turn to a third party bridge or an centralized exchange. And the further secret is the privacy layer in this ecosystem. So if all of these blockchains, they will eventually, or they can be wrapped on and brought onto secret as privacy tokens. So this is not just the privacy layer, it's almost like a privacy service for the entire chain, or
Absolutely.
for the entire ecosystem.
Absolutely. And you look at EVMOS, and you look at other developments with bringing together the Ethereum ecosystem, the EVM ecosystem, and connecting that to the IBC. And I think there are some other projects we will mention that are doing this directly through secret.
Serenity's one.
Yep, absolutely. So the idea is that we'll start to see privacy, and that's one of the reasons to mention this. It's not just the IBC, but Secret Network is designed and built to bring privacy as a service, like you just mentioned, Serenity Shield, which is built on Solana as for the front end application. The idea is that front end application can be built on Polygon, on Ethereum, on Avalanche. They can do all this and still connect to Secret Network for a usage and benefit from the value of privacy in their application. And that's huge. Was as more successful dApps, not the quick cash grabs that are gone and it was just a fly by night, but those projects that are adding value and creating more and growing their communities, as more people start to recognize the value of having a layer of privacy in what they're doing, you'll start to see more connections and more value being built to Secret Network. And this is, we have been covering them. We've got plenty of videos. We'll continue to cover the developments because it's just an invaluable resource for blockchain and crypto. It's important. Like you mentioned at the beginning about money, it's the pink elephant in the room, so to speak, of blockchain and crypto. Sure, decentralization is great. It's wonderful. Sure, scalability and security, these are all wonderful things. But if it's not private, then there's an issue here, and not just with money, but with other applications that we see, like data storage. And could you imagine if emails?
Jackal.
Yeah,
and Jackal.
I will. And in fact, I'm going to go to the ecosystem. So you can get involved. And they have a program called Becoming a Secret Agent where you can get involved. You can learn with other people who are deep in the community and what's being built and what has been built and how to navigate. And you can actually, if you're good with social media or would like to get involved in growing and sharing the idea of the importance of privacy in blockchain and crypto, then they've got strong international communities, an easy to follow process. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, very active. Social media, definitely. They also have, I'm just going to throw this out there, their Secret Network YouTube channel is they're adding a lot more content. And hey, look, I saw this when I was going to post this up. So make sure you follow them to get the latest of what they're doing. You recognize those guys right there?
Cool. Oh yeah.
We got to hang out with a lot of the community and meet a lot of great. I mean, it was just a beautiful experience over at Decentral in Austin. So we got to give a little shout out there. So it's a blessing. It's fun, and I mention this because I want to show you these tabs. It's not some new concept, new idea. The community, the people involved, they've been building this for years. They've been around, and there's already a lot of value in the ecosystem. You've got OpenSea, you've got NFT platforms and markets on Solana, on Avalanche. Well, guess what? You also have it already mature and it's been around for a while and continuing to add more innovations. Like they got the gumball machine, which makes it easy for NFT
Introduces
communities
fairness.
to introduce fairness to randomization. But they've got a marketplace where many different projects have already been built, and it's still
You
early.
know,
Growing.
that's worth highlighting because there was a scandal at OpenSea where one of the developers would find out, what would be the NFT that they were going to feature that in that during a certain period on the main page, and then they would go buy that up, I believe, and kind of front run the
Mm-hmm.
uh, the whole process of advertising
Right.
showcasing what the projects are on the front page. Where and the very to show you the what the opposite's happening. The opposite ethos is at work on Stash, where you see they're actually innovating technology to make it even more fair when you look at the distribution of how these NFTs are minted and sold. So it's completely different to see what these different blockchain communities, when they make fairness or when they make privacy a central value, part of the core ethos, that there are measurable differences in outcomes, and for the user it's pretty obvious which community you want to be a part of.
Absolutely. And as more people start, I mean, NFTs are just now being understood and learned, about non-fungible tokens, what that means. And as more people
Right.
understand that, and they'll understand the need for privacy, and we'll start to see the secret NFT community grow. You're still very early to learn about this now. Now we will continue to cover a lot of these individual decentralized applications built on secret. We have covered many of these and we'll continue to cover. There's just so much development happening all the
Well,
time.
we
Great
got to mention
projects.
Alter Mail is a big one. This is a
Huge.
secure private messaging um, and communication protocol, right? Where you can message and email, communicate with security. That's
Chat,
that's huge.
it's
Chat
in
as
chat.
well. Yeah,
They've got Button Group, which is huge and great with what they do for
I use them every day.
aggregator. So if there's many different dexes and things happen all over the network and you just want to go to one place that'll give you the best
Yep.
deal, what's out there, well, they've got that and more. Hydro Finance, we've got some major news coming out with them
We're gonna
soon.
do a deep dive on
Deep
Hydro.
dive. Legend DAO continues to pave the way with secret NFTs. They've got some amazing projects worked on, not to mention with Kevin Smith and Kilroy and
Yes.
all the things going on. So Jackal
Jackal.
DAO, I mean, cloud decentralized data storage. This is a lot of just things that solutions to problems in blockchain and crypto that people dreamed about many years ago, thinking about how would I store private keys or what would I do with passwords. How can I safely keep information in a way that only I have access to, still taking advantage
Right.
of this blockchain crypto technology. Because you imagine having all this blockchain crypto technology and then the foundation of your security is
It's
through
not secure. Right.
is not to that same level of security, right? It's not
We got
that.
to mention we got to mention Shade Protocol, one of
We
our
do.
favorite.
Did I pass it up already?
No, it's coming up.
It's coming up. We have to mention Shade.
So
And
what's Shade doing? They have so much going on. They have staking derivatives for secret. They are building a truly privacy-based stablecoin that's pegged to a basket of assets, not just a single national currency, but a basket of national currencies plus commodities. And so it creates a better metric, it's a better hedge against inflation because it's taking a larger amount of data into consideration. They're rolling out Stake Shade in August. There's going to be no, I'm sorry, and Shade Bonds in August. I think Stake Shade is coming a little later. So there's all kinds of cool things that are coming up with Shade Protocol. Uh, Basically, what's improving the stable coin. It's an improvement on the stable coin and the deck. They're having a DEX they're coming out with protocol owned liquidity as well. So all kinds of development.
And I'll say, in a world of in blockchain crypto where there are so many anonymous, because secret networks about privacy, but it's also about transparency and making things proper and right. And one of the benefits of being able to go to Decentral in Austin and meeting so many of the members of the secret network community, we got to meet people behind Shade and some of these other applications. And they're very out there, very transparent, and working very hard. Some of the hardest working people, in blockchain crypto, continuing to show with transparency what they're doing and adapting and overcoming to new information. That's a sign of people who are really building something to last a long time. If new information comes in that changes what they were doing so they can make it better, and they're open about that, versus don't confuse me with facts, my mind is made up kind of a mentality.
Right.
So really, from my experience, really great community behind Shade Protocol and Alter and many of these others.
And
So
Jackal
Jackal
DAO as well.
Is Shinobi going to ninja some Bitcoin directly into secret network SNP tokens? We'll see. We talked about Stash App, Stake Easy, liquid staking, Sienna Swap.
Yes.
A lot of cool things happening over there with private. Did they already? Is the lending happening? We need to check that out.
I need it. Yeah, we need to go back and
Yeah,
I'm sure
lending is going on and more. They've also been pioneering the preventing minor extracted value AMM swaps. So beautiful things happening with privacy and blockchain and crypto. And you can find all about it with the links that we're going to leave below. Everything we talk about is for your information. None of the stuff we talk about is none of it is commercial advice, legal advice, medical advice, marital advice. It's all just education, research, and we'll continue to share that with you. If you like to stay abreast of the latest what's going on with secret network and privacy, which will continue to educate on what's happening there, but other things happening
macro updates,
what's going on in the economy at large, and what does that mean for blockchain and crypto. We do love to get into that, and we'll continue to share that. And there are other things happening in blockchain and crypto, other news beyond the IBC and secret, which we'll continue to cover as well. So if you like this kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, drop a comment, and follow Secret Network. Check out their website. In fact, I meant to also, I'll leave a link for this below, their Twitter. Check out subscribe to their Twitter and see what's going on, because they're dropping information all the time. More information than we can have the time to drop videos, but we'll do it as much as we can. And until the next time,
we'll catch you on the next one.
Have a beautiful day. Namaste, y'all.